Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Travel Frog. Start with a sparkling fruit. Chapter 21. By the way, Tang Jing, are you interested in becoming my student? Hearing Shen Tianline's sudden turn, Tang Jing was stunned for a moment. Hiss. It can only be said that he is worthy of being the principal. Dumbfoundingly complaining in his heart, Tang Jing agreed to Shen Tianline's invitation after thinking about it for a while. After all, this is the principal of Function Academy. Since its establishment, Function Academy has only had such a president. We can see his ability. Student Tang Jing, meet the teacher. Tang Jing bowed to Shen Tianline. Shen Tianline also laughed heartily. Let's go to the treasure building. I'll take you up to the 5th floor to pick another one later. Tang Jing's eyes lit up immediately. Thank you, teacher. Soon, Tang Jing followed Shen Tianline to the treasure building. To be honest, compared to other buildings in Function Academy, the decoration of Zhangbao building is not bad, but it is inexplicably inconspicuous. Even if it has 7 floors, it doesn't stand out. Even with a glance, people will subconsciously ignore this building. After realizing this, Tang Jing understood instantly. This building is not easy. How could such a beautiful building be ignored subconsciously? There is only one reason, and that is the external influence. Shen Tianline reached out and tapped an ancient rune, and a layer of water patterns swayed in the air. Then, a portal appeared in front of the two of Tang Jing. Follow. Shen Tianline said something, and then stepped into the door. Tang Jing hurriedly followed. Stepping over the threshold with one foot, Tang Jing appeared in a huge warehouse. The portal behind him has disappeared. But Tang Jing didn't pay attention at all, because his attention was already attracted by the treasures around him. All kinds of exotic flowers and plants, mineral treasures. Tang Jing almost didn't know anyone, even if the name was posted next to it. You can only feel the huge energy contained in it. After wandering around for a while, Tang Jing finally found someone he knew. Yuan Jing. It's just that the Yuan Jing that Tang Jing has seen is only the size of a thumb, and this Yuan Jing is as big as a car. Inside the Yuan Jing, there is still a small amount of liquid flowing faintly. There's nothing fancy about this thing, it's just Yuanjing. If it wasn't for the Yuanjing liquid inside, this thing wouldn't even be worthy of entering the 1st floor of the treasure building. Shen Tianline curled his lips, disdainful. The hidden treasure building is full of treasures, this is not the warehouse of the academy. The real warehouse of the academy is on the other side, here is the place where the academy specially uses to store real treasures. Tang Jing smiled helplessly, he really still knows too little. Shen Tianline raised his hand and summoned another portal, and said, let's go directly to the 4th floor, don't waste time on the 1st floor, if you want to see it, I'll let you see enough next time. Tang Jing's reward is to randomly choose 3 treasures below the 4th floor. This also includes the 4th layer. The higher the number of floors in the treasure building, the higher the value of the treasure. Therefore, based on the principle of maximizing benefits, it must be more cost-effective to go directly to the 4th floor. While leading Tang Jing away, Shen Tianline said, there are actually no stairs in the treasure building. If you want to go upstairs, you can directly call to which floor to go to, and a corresponding portal will appear. Through the portal, the two of Tang Jing appeared in a room somewhat similar to a library. It's just that what is placed on each bookshelf is not books, but various treasures. The treasures here are generally smaller than those on the 1st floor. But Tang Jing can perceive that the energy contained in each one is far beyond the treasures of the 1st layer. There are 386 treasures on the 4th floor. I will introduce you one by one, but I can't introduce them enough. Let me recommend a few to you. Shen Tianline said. Thank you, teacher. Tang Jing nodded. Indeed, even if Shen Tianline introduced more than 300 treasures, he couldn't pick them out, because he didn't know enough about these things. Soon Shen Tianline named a few names, brought the treasure over, and introduced its function to Tang Jing. This is the heart of light. It is the core of a light element vein in a secret place in the northwest. It will be of great use to you to better understand the light element. This is hematite ore. Although the name contains iron, it has nothing to do with iron. It is a special metal produced in a secret realm. It has high hardness and a good fit with elements. It can be used to create a handy weapon. Yumingwa, a treasure that enhances spiritual power. I see your battle today, Many places need mental power assistance, this can help you improve well. Besides, just when Shen Tianlin introduced the treasure to Tang Jing, a prompt sounded suddenly in Tang Jing's mind. Frog cubs are back. Frog cub brought back special travel products, please pay attention to check. Frog cubs are back. Frog cub brought back special travel products, please pay attention to check. Hearing the notification sound, Tang Jing froze for a moment. Tang Jing took a sneak peek at Shen Tianlin and made sure that he had no reaction before he felt relieved. At the same time, he was also a little surprised. It seems that the frog cub came back a little early today. If I remember correctly, the frog cub was no longer there this morning, and it was most likely that he went out last night. In other words, this time, he actually only came back after traveling for half a day. This is not like the style of frog cubs. Tang Jing can deeply remember that last time this guy went to the Shinigami world, he went there for 3 days. I don't know what travel specialties to bring back. Tang Jing couldn't wait to know. But it's obviously not convenient right now. Shen Tianlin also noticed that Tang Jing seemed to be in a daze, and asked, "What's the matter?" "I'm absent-minded." Tang Jing quickly shook his head. "No, I just thought of a little detail in the battle just now, I should be able to handle it better." There was a touch of approval on Shen Tianlin's face. "You don't need to put too much pressure on yourself. For your peers, you have already done a good job. After all, you have only been awakened for a few days. Take a good rest for 2 days, absorb this experience, and practice for a while, and you will have a leap-forward improvement." Tang Jing was ashamed. She didn't expect her temporary excuse to be praised by Shen Tianlin. Reining in his mind and pressing down his expectations for travel specialties first, Tang Jing began to select treasures according to Shen Tianlin's introduction. There are 6 treasures introduced by Shen Tianlin to Tang Jing, 4 of which belong to improving strength and increasing potential, and stabilizing the foundation. The other 2 are relatively good refining materials, which can be used to forge weapons. As for armor, there is elemental Tang Jing, no need for that kind of thing. After careful consideration, Tang Jing did not ask for refining materials, but chose 3 treasures to improve himself. One is Heart of Brightness, introduced by Shen Tianlin first. Tang Jing wanted to try to see if he could increase the upper limit of Sparkling Fruit's ability, and by the way, speed up his development of fruit ability. The other is Yumingwa, which improves spiritual power. Although Conqueror's Haki and Observation Haki are not completely related to spiritual power, but the enhancement of mental power is still helpful to both of them. Including Kido abilities too, stronger mental power, better ability to master high-level Kido. Therefore, it is very necessary to win Moon Psychic Flower. The last one is a special plant called Candle Dragon Grass. It is said to strengthen the body and increase physical strength. Tang Jing didn't forget that he also has a strength talent with an S-level awakening degree. If it weren't for this talent, he probably wouldn't have been able to win that battle so easily. Moreover, whether it is the ability of Sparkling Fruit, Armament Haki, or even the 4 major skills of Shinigami, all need enough body and physical strength to support. Therefore, there is absolutely no problem in strengthening physical strength. After selecting the treasure, Tang Jing followed Shen Tianlin to the 5th floor. In order to facilitate Tang Jing to store treasures, Shen Tianlin also gave him a small storage ring. Although the space is only about a dozen cubic meters, Tang Jing was pleasantly surprised. After all, no matter which world you are in, space equipment is very valuable. Go out of the portal and enter the 5th floor of the treasure building. Tang Jing was surprised to find that he came to a valley overflowing with fragrance of flowers. There are waterfalls, lakes, jungles and flowers in the valley. It's like a paradise, especially the sun, hanging high in the sky. Tang Jing could even feel the scorching heat. "This sun, isn't it real?" Tang Jing asked in an uncertain tone. "Of course not." Shen Tianlin smiled and said, "It should be said that everything here is not real, it is all made of treasures. Including lakes, woods. As for the sun in the sky, it's a drop of God's blood." Quote exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark quote. Tang Jing was startled. He didn't expect it to be so. Everything here turned out to be an illusion of treasures. How good is that treasure? And, is there really a God in this world? Is there really a God in this world? Listening to Tang Jing's question, Shen Tianlin said casually. When a person's strength can move mountains and fill seas, call wind and rain, and reverse day and night, then why not call him a god? Obviously, the god Shen Tianlin was talking about was not the same as what Tang Jing had in mind. But in a way, it seems that there is not much difference. After all, they are equally powerful. I choose divine blood. This time, without waiting for Shen Tianlin's introduction, Tang Jing directly made a decision. Shen Tianlin smiled. I have a good eye, that thing is one of the most valuable treasures on the 5th floor. I saw him stretching out his hand, the old palm like a withered claw instantly covered the sky and the sun. Like searching for something out of a bag, take off that sun easily. The moment Shen Tianlin took off the sun, the entire 5th floor was instantly dark. But after a while, a silver moon rose again. There is no doubt that this must also be a powerful treasure. Turning his head to look at Shen Tianlin, he saw that the sun in his hand had turned into a drop of bright red blood. The blood was as big as a fingertip, like a crystal ruby. Although it has been sealed, the powerful energy fluctuations can still be felt. And the residual coercion. Shen Tianlin handed the divine blood to Tang Jing. Actually, even if you didn't choose, I would suggest you to take this. This is the brainchild of a god who has mastered the laws of the two elements of light and fire. Very useful for you. Tang Jing froze for a moment, bleeding. Then this god. It's dead, the body is on the 7th floor. Shen Tianlin said casually. Tang Jing swallowed. Damn, this is too outrageous. Seeing Shen Tianlin's casual look, he even suspected that this old man killed the god. But I have to say that there are so many treasures in this treasure building of Function Academy. There are even corpses of gods. There is only one thought in Tang Jing's mind now. Practice hard, and if you have a chance in the future, grab this treasure building. The treasures have been selected, so it's meaningless to stay in this treasure building, so Tang Jing chose to leave with Shen Tianlin. After leaving the treasure building, Tang Jing can go to the logistics department to choose his own dormitory. But after thinking about it, he decided to go to the playground first. Shen Tianlin left a contact information and left. Tang Jing walked to the sports field alone. On the way, he also found time to open the game. After clicking on the useless reminder, Tang Jing's eyes were fixed on the two small icons. Yes, two. Although the frog cub went out for a short time this time, he brought back two travel specialties. In the first icon, it is an egg. In another icon, there is a red and white ball. Tang Jing recognized it at a glance. This ball is a Pokemon ball. Look at the egg in front again. Could it be? Tang Jing's heart couldn't help but get excited. With anticipation, Tang Jing clicked on the first icon. A message bar appears. Pokemon Egg, a special product from the world of Pokemon, which can hatch Pokemon elves. Marvelous. Tang Jing couldn't help cheering. I didn't expect it to be a Pokemon egg. It's a pity that I don't know what kind of Pokemon it is. Wouldn't it be flattering if a divine beast could come? But Tang Jing also thought of a very critical question. How do you hatch this egg? The beep sounded soon. Pokemon's egg will hatch automatically within 3 days after extraction. And it has been bound to the host, so it will be its only owner regardless of whether you were there when it hatched. Tang Jing silently gave the game a thumbs up. Well done. Although expecting it, Tang Jing didn't extract the Pokemon egg immediately. After all, he was going to the playground now. It is obviously inconvenient to take an egg there. And the second travel specialty, Tang Jing also took a look. As expected, it was a Pokemon ball. Pokemon Ball, a special product from the world of Pokemon. It is a special prop specially used to capture and carry Pokemon. Looking at the two special products from the world of Pokemon, Tang Jing suddenly had an idea in his heart. The frog cub came back so early this time. Could it be because he was found stealing eggs? Just when Tang Jing suspected the baby frog, another prompt popped up. There are currently 5 lottery tickets. Do you want to redeem them? There are currently 5 lottery tickets. Do you want to redeem them? A lottery ticket. If it weren't for the prompt that popped up, Tang Jing would have almost forgotten that this broken game can still draw prizes. It's just that it's different from other lottery draws. This game requires 5 lottery tickets to be able to conduct a lottery draw or exchange. There are mainly 3 ways to obtain lottery tickets. One is to shop for items. Every time you consume a clover to buy an item, you may get a lottery ticket. The second is that the frog travels. Every time the frog went on a trip, he would bring back some clover and lottery tickets when he came back. The third is the visit of the little friends of the frog. When entertaining visiting friends, you will get a gift in return, and there will be a lottery ticket in the gift. However, Frog Cub has not yet had any friends come to play. So the 5 lottery tickets were all obtained by travel and shopping. Click on the redemption page to have a look. Unlike other lottery games, there are only 5 types of prizes that can be redeemed for traveling frogs lottery tickets. They are topaz, ruby, green jade, sapphire, and white jade. Then each kind of jade corresponds to different rewards. Of course, due to changes in the game, these rewards are also somewhat different from before. Today's topaz corresponds to the item World Scroll. Scrolls to different worlds can be issued, as long as the frog cubs take it with them before traveling, then the next time they travel, they will definitely go to that world. Ruby. Enhanced props. Items that can strengthen the strength of frog cubs can be issued. Green jade. Healing item. Special props for treating frog cubs can be issued. Sapphire. A random amulet or item. Amulets or props are randomly drawn out, but Tang Jing can use the items drawn out of sapphire. The last white jade, a lottery ticket. It can also be understood as, thank you for participating. Rubbing his hands, to be honest, Tang Jing really wanted to have a sense of ceremony for the first exchange. It's a pity, I really can't help it. Forget it, exchange it. I hope it's not by you. Tang Jing chooses to exchange. The 5 lottery tickets were instantly emptied. After 3 seconds, a prompt box pops up. Tang Jing got it, a topaz. Although it wasn't the sapphire that he wanted the most, but at any rate it wasn't thanks for participating, so Tang Jing could still accept it. I don't know which world I will get the world scroll to go to. Tang Jing muttered, then double-clicked the topaz on the game page. Congratulations on getting the Tomb of God, World Teleportation Scroll. The world of Tomb of God is more dangerous. Please host to improve the strength of the frog cub first, and then let it travel, otherwise the frog cub may be in danger. The prompt sounded soon, and a scroll icon with a red light popped up. Tang Jing's eyes widened. Holy grave, FK. He never thought that it would be this world. A world where a group of ruthless people are at war with heaven. There is no need to say more about the danger. Tang Jing wasn't going to let the frog cub go until he didn't have enough strength. However, with so many resources obtained this time, it may be possible to strengthen the frog cub. Silently putting the scroll into the warehouse, Tang Jing was also thinking about it. Then, in order to prevent the frog cubs from going out too early, Tang Jing bought a 50 clover lunchbox and put it in the frog cub's backpack first. After all, it will take some time for him to get the things, and there is no way to recharge the clover so quickly. In case the cub goes out before then, he must bring something to eat. After finishing these, Tang Jing turned off the game. Back on the sports field, the assignment of students is coming to an end. Several school leaders stood aside and chatted, as if they were discussing something. Seeing Tang Jing, several people's eyes lit up, and they strode over. Have you picked out the treasure? Huang Tianren smiled. Choose it. Tang Jing nodded. Then, have you considered who to study with in the future? Huang Tianren asked again. Tang Jing scratched his head. I have promised the principal to be his student. Quote question mark question mark question mark quote. Huang Tianren and the others had question marks all over their faces. Then they were furious. Old Shen, you bastard. I knew he was up to no good. Listening to Huang Tianren and the others scolding, Tang Jing smiled and bowed to them. Although I am a student of Principal Shen, I am a student of Function Academy, and of course I am also a student of all the teachers. In the future, if students have doubts, please ask the teachers to give us your advice. Returning to the sports field, Tang Jing naturally didn't come to play. What he did was to get in touch with these few people. In this world, he has no relatives and no backer. Therefore, he needs to grasp all the power he can grasp. Frog cubs maybe, or him alone. However, life is never about fighting alone, but about the world. With the help of these people, he was able to go further and more easily. Of course, Tang Jing didn't expect to let Huang Tianren and others take care of him after just meeting him. But everything has a beginning. Make a face-to-face meeting now to leave a good impression, and it will be much easier to come to your door in the future. Huang Tianren and the others were a little surprised when they heard Tang Jing's words. Turning their attention to Tang Jing again, their impression of Tang Jing has changed. The world is never short of geniuses. But which genius does not have his eyes above the top and is proud of his talents? This is also the reason why Function Academy conducts entrance examinations every year, changing its tricks to make things difficult for new students. The purpose is to wear away their excess pride and make them more humble. Only at a certain level can we understand how big the world is. There are so many things that they cannot understand and cannot set foot on. Unnecessary pride will cover people's eyes. And a real master always holds the heart of an apprentice. Tang Jing, as the number 1 freshman this year, is outnumbered and almost the number 1 with the highest gold content. Even if he was proud and arrogant, Huang Tianren and the others thought it was normal. But the attitude shown by Tang Jing at this moment is completely different from what they thought. Amazingly gifted, intelligent, and humble. To be honest, I'm jealous of old Shen. Huang Tianren sighed. I regret letting you go just now. Mrs. Xie, who claimed to have shares in many pill companies, also sighed. But Zhao Heng, who is in charge of the college's research projects, smiled. Why are you sighing? Didn't Xiao Tang say that he is also our student? Old Shen, don't even think about eating alone. This is a student of all of us. Everyone's eyes lit up. Right, several people exchanged contact information with Tang Jing one after another. And seriously, remember to find them if you have anything to do. Don't be shy. After chatting with a few people for a while, Tang Jing said goodbye and left. After all, he still has to pick dormitories and collect resources. Huang Tianren and Tang Jing left together. Tang Jing was a little puzzled. President Huang, what is this? Haha, my family is in charge of the logistics, let her arrange a good one for you later. Huang Tianren smiled. Tang Jing looked happy. Then thank you, Dean Huang. Besides Huang Tianren, another freshman also followed. This is the boy who gave up all his defenses to give Tang Jing a sword. Now he is Huang Tianren's student. My name is Bai Zhansheng, and I will definitely defeat you. The boy moved closer to Tang Jing and said seriously. Then you have to work hard. Tang Jing didn't mock anything, but encouraged him. He actually admired this young man quite a lot. If it wasn't for elementalization, that sword could really hurt him. Must. Bai Zhansheng replied firmly, then retreated behind Huang Tianren, without saying anything more. A trace of helplessness flashed across Huang Tianren's face. Although his student is not bad in talent and temperament, it seems that he is not very good at dealing with people. Soon, the logistics department arrived. Tang Jing didn't expect that Huang Tianren, a guy with Madara white temples and half buried in the earth, had a very young and beautiful wife. She looks only in her 30s, and her skin is fair and beautiful, and she has a lot of charm. Now Tang Jing and Bai Zhansheng looked at Huang Tianren in the wrong way. I didn't expect you, old boy, to be such a person. Seemingly aware of Tang Jing's thoughts, Huang Tianren said angrily, what are you thinking? She chased me after me, okay. Back then I was also a famous handsome guy in Function Academy. Zhou Meiyu, who was in charge of the logistics department, came over and leaned her head on Huang Tianren's shoulder. Yes, you were handsome back then. Would you like to introduce these two to me? Huang Tianren pointed to Bai Zhansheng and said simply, my new student. Then he pointed to Tang Jing, this is the number 1 freshman this year, and the number 1 who swept out all the other freshmen without numbered opponents. A look of astonishment appeared in Zhou Meiyu's eyes, so powerful. Tang Jing greeted Zhou Meiyu, greetings, master. You are welcome. Zhou Meiyu smiled at Kaido, then turned to ask Huang Tianren, is he also your student now? No, he is a student of all of us. Huang Tianren smiled. Quote question mark question mark question mark quote. Zhou Meiyu was stunned. After a brief acquaintance, Huang Tianren also explained the purpose of this trip. Zhou Meiyu said, it's simple. First of all, freshmen have the right to live alone, so they can practice better, and Tang Jing's performance is so good. Well, let me see which villa is vacant, and you move there. Tang Jing was dumbfounded. Do you have any misunderstandings about living alone? And go to college and live in a villa? Or a villa arranged by the school? Is this the treatment through the back door? Love, love, love. More please, please. Zhou Meiyu did what she said, and soon arranged a villa for Tang Jing and entered the information. Tang Jing can check in directly after receiving the resources later. As for his luggage in the hotel, someone will send it to him. Tang Jing, who is not very good at culture, has nothing to say except to say something awesome in silence. If you want to get resources, I suggest you pick some that are helpful to your practice and get some. The rest will be exchanged later. After all, the strength is different, and the demand for resources is also different. The shares given by the academy are not fixed certain types of resources, but in the form of credits, which are stored in your account. You just need to use these credits and redeem them on the college internet. Through Zhou Meiyu's introduction, Tang Jing had a general understanding of the academy's resource exchange. Then exchange some yuanjing for me first. Tang Jing thought about it. He is going to exchange some yuanjing and go back to recharge the game. As for the others, you can take a closer look at the introduction on the internet later. It just so happened that he also took a few treasures from the treasure building. Maybe you can use those few things to improve yourself first, and then exchange them. How much yuanjing do you want? Zhou Meiyu opened the exchange background. 1,000 yuan first, Tang Jing said casually. Quote question mark question mark question mark quote. Zhou Meiyu looked at him in bewilderment. Hey, if it's a lot, then 500 yuan. Tang Jing said awkwardly. Are you sure? Although yuanjing can be used for cultivation, it is not the most suitable for cultivation. It is just that there are more in number, so it is more versatile. Zhou Meiyu hesitated. Tang Jing finally exchanged 200 yuan crystals. He still doesn't want to attract too much attention, and he also wants to try again later. Is there a recharge option that is more cost-effective than yuanjing? After all, so far, he has not actually tried to recharge with other things. Therefore, exchange 200 yuan first, in case of emergency. The price of yuanjing outside is 50,000 yuan, and the price inside the academy is 30,000 yuan. 200 yuan crystals, that is, 6 million yuan. Tang Jing casually spent more than half a year's resources of an ordinary freshman. The ratio of college credits to money is 110,000, that is, 1 credit corresponds to 10,000 yuan. 600 points have been deducted from your account, and there are still 39,400 points left. Zhou Meiyu handed back Tang Jing's student card. Listening to Tang Jing's credit balance, Bai Zhansheng showed an envious expression. By the way, should I have someone deliver your yuanjing later or something? Zhou Meiyu turned around and went to the warehouse behind the logistics department to get yuanjing and asked before leaving. Just take it here, I have a storage ring. Tang Jing said. Huang Tianren, who was next to him, was stunned for a moment. Do you have a storage ring? The principal gave it to me just now. He also took me to the 5th floor of the treasure building and asked me to pick out a treasure. Tang Jing explained. Huang Tianren was silent for a while, and said, I'll give you a gift in 2 days. Not only me, but also Lao Jiao and Lao Xie, they all have gifts for you. Huang Tianren was also furious. Bai Zhansheng silently grabbed Huang Tianren's clothes. Teacher, I don't have a present either. Go, go, why are you making trouble? Huang Tianren said quietly. Is that a gift thing? That's a shame. Since he is said to be everyone's student, then of course he can't be compared by Shen Tianlin. Not only that, in order to completely overwhelm Shen Tianlin and prevent himself from bleeding too much, Huang Tianren also chose to pull the rest of them along. Bai Zhansheng was at a loss when he heard Huang Tianren's words. Who is your student? Zhou Meiyu soon came back with yuanjing. Tang Jing put yuanjing into the storage ring, then bid farewell to Huang Tianren and the others, and left the logistics department. According to the address given by Zhou Meiyu, Tang Jing soon came to a villa. Not to mention, this villa is quite beautiful. Although the appearance is relatively simple, it is very generous and atmospheric. And the area is not small. Tang Jing took a rough look, probably more than 300 square meters, 2 floors, and an independent small courtyard. Take out your student card and swipe to open the door. Tang Jing's luggage has been placed inside the house. This place will be his new home from now on. Walked around the whole villa. To be honest, Tang Jing is really satisfied with this villa, which also comes with a small defensive circle. After tidying up a bit, Tang Jing settled down here. Then, he took out the yuanjing from the storage ring and opened the game. Of the 200 yuan crystals, Tang Jing put all of them into the game except for 20 yuan for training and spares. And his clover balance in the game reached its peak for the first time. 18,260. At this time, the frog cub hadn't gone out yet, and was lying on the small table writing a diary. Tang Jing curled his lips, an unscrupulous frog. Serious frog who keeps a diary. After complaining, Tang Jing opened the store. After filling up so many clover, of course we can't just leave it alone. It's the right thing to do to strengthen the frog cubs. Tang Jing, who had a lot of clover, was very swollen, and directly skipped the cheap things in front of the store and looked to the back. Open black lens bracket Kendo Grandmaster close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Introduction to Martial Arts close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Cultivate Immortals and Practice Chi close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Magic Instructor close black lens bracket. Comma. Tang Jing is dazzled by all kinds of power-up props. And there are various systems. Tang Jing even saw powers like hockey, devil fruit, keto here. But Tang Jing had no choice. Although his current main combat power comes from these types of forces, it's because he doesn't have much room to choose. As for the frog cubs, it is obvious that they can choose a system with a higher upper limit. For example, cultivating immortals. And because it is systematic, it can be upgraded directly later, just by purchasing the corresponding props. Otherwise, you still need to buy from the basics, and you won't save anything. So, after thinking about it for a while, Tang Jing bought Introduction to Martial Arts and Cultivating Immortals and Practicing Chi. Open black lens bracket Introduction to Martial Arts close black lens bracket. Price: 2,000 clover. Type: disposable props. Effect: temper the whole body, get started with martial arts. Comma. Open black lens bracket Cultivate Immortals and Practice Chi close black lens bracket. Price: 3,000 clover. Type: disposable props. Effect: knock on the fairy gate, practice chi and ask. Comma. The introduction of the two props is very simple, but expensive is also really expensive. Go directly to 5,000 clover. Then Tang Jing bought another Kendo Grandmaster to improve the fighting power of the frog cub. After buying Kendo Grandmaster, I naturally have to buy a sword. Add this together, and it's another 4,000 clover. Fortunately, the money is not in vain. This sword is a special item, so it doesn't need to occupy the item space in the backpack. In this way, the frog cubs can bring more other things when they go out. After purchasing these, Tang Jing found the upgrade props of Cultivating Immortals and Practicing Chi. Shandao Foundation Building, 8,000 clover. Just when Tang Jing chose to buy, a prompt box popped up. Failed purchase. At the same time, a reminder sounded. The strength of the frog cub has reached the current upper limit and cannot be further strengthened. Please host to improve your own strength as soon as possible. What? Tang Jing was dumbfounded. There is still this restriction. You know, although he doesn't have many clover left at this time, he still has a lot of credits. A large number of resources can be exchanged for recharge at any time. Originally, I wanted to directly strengthen the frog cub a little more, to see if I could use the world scroll to go around the world of God's tomb. Now it seems that we can only do it first. It was only now that Tang Jing realized that the frog cub's strength was actually related to his own strength. Fortunately, he will have a promotion soon, and then he will continue to strengthen the frog cub. However, although it is not possible to buy props such as Shandao Foundation establishment that greatly enhances strength, but it is no problem to buy some skills to slightly increase the combat effectiveness. So Tang Jing bought a few pieces of skills to enhance combat effectiveness, such as Golden Light Curse, Lightning Palm, Martial Arts Killing Fist, and so on. One after another, more than 3,000 yuan was spent. After the whole set, Tang Jing still has more than 6,000 clover left. After thinking about it, he didn't continue to buy enhancements, but turned his attention to the amulet. Things like amulets have metaphysical effects. What can increase the lucky value? increase the probability of treasure hunting, increase the probability of obtaining treasured souvenirs, etc. And mostly one-offs. Permanent ones are basically very expensive. Tang Jing finally chose a jade pendant with a reasonable price-performance ratio. Yupei looks like a koi carp in the picture, the price is 3,000 clover, the effect is to increase the luck value. And this is a permanent prop that can be recycled. After Tang Jing thought about it, he decided to buy it first. Although there are some amulets with better effects, there are 2,000 clover ones and 3,000 clover ones. With Tang Jing's current financial resources, he can afford to recharge more. But it's not necessary, because the cubs are not strong enough. If you can't go to a world that is too strong, it is not worthwhile to spend too many clover for a travel investment. It's better to use the credits to exchange for practice resources, improve one's own strength, and then improve the strength of the frog cub. After buying the jade pendant, Tang Jing bought a good water bottle for the frog cub and a bento worth 200 clover. Open black lens bracket twice cooked pork rice bowl close black lens bracket. Price: 200 clover. Type: bento. What it is: a delicious treat from an ancient formula that boosts satiety to keep froggies traveling longer. Put the new bento, water bottle, and jade amulet into the backpack. Frog cubs prepare for their next trip. Finish. After strengthening the frog cubs and finishing the backpack, Tang Jing did not continue to stay in the game. However, when he exited the game, he did not forget to extract the Pokemon egg and Pokemon ball. Pokemon eggs will automatically hatch within 3 days of being picked. So there is no need to worry about it at all, just put it aside. At this time, the time has come to the afternoon. Tang Jing rubbed his hungry stomach and went to the college cafeteria for a meal. Because the students of the college are all awakened people, they have no concept of time when they practice, so the cafeteria of the college is open 24 hours a day. Common food is provided for free, and there are also some special foods. Those are all ingredients from the secret realm. These foods need to be paid by credits, ranging from a few cents to dozens of credits. 1 credit is 10,000 yuan. Dozens of credits are hundreds of thousands. Except for Tang Jing, a local tyrant among the freshmen, it is estimated that no one can afford it. But Tang Jing is not too interested in this either. After eating some ordinary food casually, he quickly returned to the villa. After the matter of the frog cub is done, the next step is me. Go to the basement of the villa. It has been transformed into a place for practicing martial arts. Simple layout, super large space, very suitable for cultivation. Tang Jing sat on the ground and began to recall the assessment battle in the morning. Although he won the final victory, Tang Jing still felt a lot of shortcomings. In many cases, there are actually better ways to deal with it. You can make yourself face less risk, save more power, and defeat your opponent faster. After carefully recalling it several times, Tang Jing made a summary. Then, he used several powers such as Hockey, Keto, and Sparkling Fruit abilities in turn. This is mainly to verify and try some conjectures. Although it was only a short day, Tang Jing's mastery of several powers has obviously improved. Armament Hockey runs smoother, has a wider hardened coverage area, and is harder. Observation Hockey is sharper, and the insight and scope of insight have been significantly improved. White Hit's fighting technique, the proficiency has been greatly improved. Keto casts spells faster and has greater mastery. Some low-level Keto can even do it without chanting mantras. Not to mention the Sparkling Fruit ability. Light movement, light speed kick, light speed fist and other skills, Tang Jing used more and more handy. Including Yada Mirror and Bachi Chong Guyu, he also has some initial signs of mastery. As for the most basic talent of the strength department, after this battle, the strength has also grown and improved faster. In addition to these, the most important thing is that Tang Jing's actual combat experience has really accumulated. Don't look at it as just a battle. One useful battle is more effective than 100 useless battles. Just like the last time Yang Yi was dealt with. That kind of battle, 100 times is useless. But this time, Tang Jing's opponents are all talents from all over the country. They have richer combat experience, sharper ability to capture fighters, and higher ability to use talents. This kind of battle, even watching, can gain a lot. Let alone experience it personally. So for Tang Jing, this battle is really of great significance. To put it bluntly, the current him, if he meets the morning him, he can instantly kill him. This is the most intuitive manifestation. After the summary and the experiment, the time has come to 10 o'clock in the evening. Tang Jing was also helpless. He didn't expect that it would take so much time just to summarize and try casually. Considering that there will be classes tomorrow morning, and it will be the first class since entering school, Tang Jing finally chose to rest. But before going to sleep, he took out the moonlight flower from the treasure building from the storage ring. Compared with the other treasures, the moon psychic flower, which enhances spiritual power, has mild medicinal properties and is very suitable for human body to absorb. Basically, you only need to take it before going to bed, and when you wake up the next morning, it can be absorbed completely without any discomfort. So Tang Jing also took it out, and swallowed it according to the method Shen Tianlin told him before. The night passed peacefully. I don't know if it was the effect of the moon flower, or the villa was really comfortable, but Tang Jing just felt that he slept very well this time. Waking up in the morning is refreshing and full of energy. However, before Tang Jing could try how much his mental power had improved, he suddenly caught a glimpse of a few eggshells from the corner of his eye. Turning his head suddenly, he saw the Pokemon egg next to the bed, which had hatched at some point. After scanning the bedroom, Tang Jing released observation hockey without seeing any Pokemon. Tang Jing found that his observation hockey has improved significantly compared to the test before going to bed yesterday. The release is easier, the insight is sharper, and the range is greater. Could it be because of the moon flower? Tang Jing thought of the moonlight flower that he took before going to bed. It seems that the guess is correct. The improvement of mental power does have a certain increase in these abilities. Most importantly, he felt a strange breath in the living room. Only then did Tang Jing notice that the bedroom door had been opened. The body directly turned into a ray of light, and Tang Jing came from the bedroom to the living room in an instant. I saw a small figure standing in front of the large French window in the living room, looking at the rising sun. It has an orange appearance, stands on 2 feet, has a tail behind it, and at the end of the tail, there is a flame burning. Here it is, Charmander. Oh, the little fire dragon opened its mouth to face the rising sun and called softly. The cute little milk voice sounds very cute. A small cluster of flames flashed through the mouth of the little fire dragon. As if hearing the sound of Tang Jing's arrival, Charmander turned around, and when it saw Tang Jing, its eyes lit up immediately. Jumping up, Charmander directly threw itself into Tang Jing's arms. Holding up the little Charmander and looking at it, although it is not the mythical beast as imagined, Tang Jing also likes this little guy very much. After all, it was one of the earliest 3 imperial families. And the fire-breathing dragon that little Charmander eventually evolved into is not too weak. It's a pity that there are no super stones and key stones, otherwise you can try mega evolution later. But don't worry about this, maybe the baby frog will be brought back next time. After frolicking with Charmander for a long time, Tang Jing washed up and went to the cafeteria to pack some breakfast. After breakfast, it's time to go to class. Unlike ordinary universities, Function Academy does not have any professional classifications because they are all awakened, only a few general cultural courses. And these cultural courses can be watched on the computer, and it is enough to complete the coursework assessment later. In addition to the cultural class, freshman students of Function College also have a big class every week, which must be attended. The content of the big class is not fixed, it is about the secret realm, such as when the secret realm began to come, and what super large dangerous secret realms are currently there. What kind of creatures are there in the secret realm, what do you need to pay attention to, and so on. It is also about cultivation. There are even introductions about cult organizations and so on. It can be regarded as broadening the horizons of the freshmen and increasing some special knowledge. At the same time, let them have more activities together, which has a sense of community. Put Charmander into the Pokemon ball. Tang Jing went to the teaching building according to the college map he wrote down yesterday. When Tang Jing arrived at the classroom, there were already many people sitting in the large lecture hall. Seeing him coming in, everyone's eyes changed. Then, some people chose to come forward to greet him, while others dismissed him and ignored him. There are even more people who are worried about the fact that Tang Jing has robbed so many resources. After the analysis after the war, Many people understood at this time that Tang Jing should also have an inheritance, which is not as simple as ordinary people. So some people think that they just lost to the special inheritance. Tang Jing will not be so invincible as long as they have a deeper grasp of their abilities and practice good combat skills. Because these people, although they already had a certain strength when they entered school, most of them just laid some foundations. The real practice is after entering the academy. After entering the academy, they combine their own abilities, the foundation they have laid, and the special venue of the academy, and most of them will have a period of soaring strength. This is also the source of some people's self-confidence. Of course, Tang Jing didn't know about these naive thoughts. Even if he knew, he wouldn't take it seriously. Sit alone in the last row of the classroom. After a while, the teacher in class came. Because the content of the class is not fixed, the teacher is actually not fixed. Occasionally, even Shen Tianlin will come back to make a guest appearance. And today's teacher, Tang Jing, also recognizes it. Zhao Heng, that old man who is said to be in charge of more than 70% of the college's research projects. Hi students, my name is Zhao Heng, and I'm in charge of research at the college. Some of you may know me, and some of you may not, but it's not a big problem. Because I don't know you either. Zhao Heng made a bad joke at the beginning, which relieved everyone's emotions and attracted everyone's attention at the same time. Then, he started today's topic. What I want to tell you today is not the secret realm, but the division of cultivation realm, and the relationship between awakening degree and innate ability. Zhao Heng explained a lot in detail. It was only at this moment that Tang Jing realized that the division of strength in the early stage of awakening is actually the same as the degree of awakening. Divided into SSS, SS, S, A, B, C, D, E, F. The degree of awakening actually represents the degree to which one's natural ability can be developed in the future. Like a genius with an awakening degree of SSS level, when he first awakened, he may have strength above D level. And like F level, it is often developed to the limit, which is an F level. However, using the degree of awakening to judge the future is not absolute. Especially in places like Function Academy. There are also geniuses with a high degree of awakening, who cannot study their own abilities thoroughly and cannot continue to improve. Awakened people who also have a low degree of awakening can break through their own limits through the ultimate mastery of their natural abilities. So in Function Academy, in fact, more emphasis is placed on the development of innate abilities. Of course, every student here has a good level of awakening. After Zhao Heng cited a few examples, he said another thing. 1 month later, Tiandu University, Pearl University and other top 10 universities will form a team of freshmen to come to us for exchanges. The higher-ups attach great importance to this exchange, so there will probably be a discussion at that time. This discussion will affect the funding for the college from the Ministry of Education in the future. So, don't lose, let alone lose too ugly. Otherwise, your life may not be easy in the next few years. At the end, Zhao Heng named Tang Jing alone. Tang Jing, you are the #1 freshman this year, and you have gained a lot of resources, so you will definitely play in this competition. All I can say is, be prepared and don't underestimate any opponent. Tang Jing got up and replied, "Good teacher, I will be careful." Zhao Heng nodded, "Don't be too nervous, Dean Huang said yesterday that he promised to give you a gift for me. Well, this exchange battle is over, if you perform well, I will give you a big gift." As soon as these words came out, there was an uproar in the classroom. A bunch of people are yelling that it's not fair. Zhao Heng was not angry either, he just smiled and said, "Do you want gifts? No problem, as long as you play well in the exchange battle, come to me anytime. But if you lose the chain at that time, don't blame me for being rude." At the end of the conversation, Zhao Heng still had a smile on his face, but the whole classroom was instantly quiet. Everyone felt dizzy. After explaining this, Zhao Heng left after a while. The people in the classroom did not disperse immediately, but discussed the so-called communication war. Compared with Tang Jing, some of them are descendants from aristocratic families, and they are obviously much more well-informed. What the hell is the college doing? Those at Tiandu University, don't they bring people here for exchanges every year? Because it's not that simple this year. The Ministry of Education changed hands this year, don't you know? That one, You are from Tiandu University. Many people have already had opinions on Function Academy, which allocates a large amount of funds every year. So this one is going along with the flow. Hasn't Function Academy always been called Monster Academy, elite education? So that's the focus of this exchange. If the so-called elites can't compete with the ordinary students of Tiandu University, then they are a fart. It will be no fart to cut funding by then. Even the existing resources of Function Academy have to be spit out a lot. But Tiandu University, Mingzhu University, etc., there are no very powerful freshmen, right? Call you stupid. You've already said that the person from the Ministry of Education is from Tiandu University. Since this is the case, will Tiandu University be prepared for this decision? Let me tell you, they started making preparations at least 3 years ago. Listening to everyone's communication, Tang Jing realized that there are so many ways in it. A figure sat down beside him. It's Bai Zhansheng. At this moment, his face was also a little dignified. Be careful, what they said is right, Tiandu University has indeed been preparing for it for a long time. The 2 guys I know, very powerful guys, were quietly poached by them 2 years ago, and this year, they enrolled as freshmen. As if to make Tang Jing realize the strength of his opponent, Bai Zhansheng added another sentence. Those 2 guys, I am no match. Tang Jing looked at Bai Zhansheng in surprise. It's hard to imagine that these words actually came out of your mouth. I still remember that sword. Bai Zhansheng's face turned red. I'm just not their opponent for the time being, because they are bigger than me. Just wait, I will definitely defeat them. After speaking, Bai Zhansheng left angrily. Tang Jing shook his head, not paying much attention. There is always a solution to a problem. It's just an exchange battle, just fight it. I guess the principal thinks the same way, right? He silently opened the game and took a look. Well, the frog cubs are out. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe. Travel Frog. Start with a sparkling fruit. Chapter 31. Tang Jing sat in his seat, silently listening to various gossip and ate trigrams. He didn't get up slowly until many people left the classroom. Some people in the middle invited him to parties, dinners and so on, but he refused them all. Although there are not many students in Function Academy, there are actually some student groups. But Tang Jing has no interest in these, because his cultivation is different from that of ordinary people. So, he prefers to be alone. Going to the cafeteria to pack some food, Tang Jing returned to the villa. The first time he entered the villa, Tang Jing released the little Charmander. Oh, it's still the cute milk voice. Charmander is like a suffocated child, holding Tang Jing in his arms and refusing to let go. After lunch with Charmander, Tang Jing entered the underground practice room again. The exchange battle a month later did not disrupt Tang Jing's rhythm. He is still carrying out his own practice according to his own plan. I have used Yumingwa last night and felt its effect. So next, Tang Jing is going to use the other 3 treasures. Open black lens bracket heart of light close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket candle dragon grass close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket divine blood close black lens bracket. Among them, the blood of the gods must be put at the end. After all, the power contained in this thing is too strong. If it is used too early, Tang Jing is worried that he will not be able to bear it. Let's start with the heart of light. Tang Jing took out the heart of light from the storage ring. In fact, bright heart is very similar to primal crystal. It's just that the energy in the Yuanjing has no attribute, while the energy in the heart of light has the attribute of light. And the energy contained in the heart of light is even more pure. There is a feeling that quantitative change leads to qualitative change. After all, this is the core of a whole vein of light elements. Holding the heart of light in Tang Jing's hand, his whole body turned into light particles and entered the state of elementalization. This is also what Shen Tianlin said, the best way to absorb the heart of light. If it wasn't for Tang Jing's ability to elementalize, he wouldn't even recommend Bright Heart to Tang Jing. Because this thing is not easy to absorb. But having the ability to elementalize is another matter. I saw the vast light element power in the heart of light, as if being drawn, it kept gushing out and fused with the light particles incarnated by Tang Jing. Even the ore essence of the heart of light has a tendency to assimilate to light elements. Unfortunately, it's just a trend. Until this energy was completely absorbed, Tang Jing also failed to assimilate the ore left by the Heart of Light into light elements. If the assimilation is successful, it means that his sparkling fruit ability has entered the awakening stage. It's a pity that it's still a little worse. After all, the time for Tang Jing to study sparkling fruit is still too short. But Tang Jing didn't show any regretful expression, because this was in his expectation. Even he himself doesn't want to wake up now. He could clearly perceive that after absorbing the power of the Heart of Light, the ability of his sparkling fruit had indeed improved. It is not the kind of improvement brought about by the in-depth development of the fruit ability. It's an overall improvement in fruit ability. It's like the same 20% fruit ability development rate. The original fruit ability peak was 100, but now it has become 200. And most importantly, there will be improvements in the future. Just like the moonlight flower that Tang Jing took yesterday. The spiritual power that has been improved for him is quite a bit, but it doesn't seem to be that exaggerated. This is because this kind of thing is not a one-time explosive promotion. All of them have a certain potential to strengthen the foundation. So the effect will be a little slower and more gentle. It is also more suitable for people like Tang Jing who have not practiced for a long time to absorb. After absorbing the Heart of Light, Tang Jing seriously realized the changes in his body, especially the changes in sparkling fruit's ability. Then, he swallowed the candle dragon grass. Different from Yumingwa, candle dragon grass is more overbearing because it enhances physical strength. After Tang Jing swallowed it, he felt like a ball of fire fell into his stomach. Then, blast, little sparks scattered to all parts of the body. All kinds of filthy and smelly things are discharged from Tang Jing's pores. Soon, the entire training room stinks. The little Charmanders who were exercising on the other side were all smoked and ran out. But the effect is also obvious. After the effect of candle dragon grass faded, Tang Jing clenched his fist lightly. He felt that his strength had increased by at least 10 times compared to before. And the physical strength is also higher. Today's Tang Jing, even if he doesn't use the elemental ability, he might not have any problems with some ordinary firearms. If there was another entrance examination, Tang Jing would be able to sweep away with physical strength alone. The most important thing is that he can still feel that there is still more power in his body that has not been developed. If the current Tang Jing uses the awakening disc to detect again, the awakening disc may be blown up. The potential is too strong. But he was still not satisfied. Tang Jing took out divine blood from the storage ring. However, before using the divine blood, Tang Jing went to take a bath first. No way, it stinks. At the same time, he also opened the ventilation system of the training room for ventilation. It is different from things like Heart of Light and Moonflower. After all, the blood of the gods is the blood of the gods, and it is the blood of their hearts. According to Shen Ti Online, there may still be some fragments of the Law of Light and the Law of Fire inside. Although he has erased the aggressiveness in it, there is still a certain risk in wanting to absorb it. Therefore, it needs to be paired with some spiritual objects to absorb it better and more safely. As for the list of spiritual objects to be matched, Shen Ti Online had already given Tang Jing the divine blood. It happened to be going to take a shower now, so Tang Jing incidentally placed an order in the credit mall on the school internet. When he came out of the shower, the things arrived. All spiritual objects are stored in a small box, and there is a seal on the outside of the box, which can only be released by a specific method. Even the seal of each box is different. The specific cancellation method will only be sent to the person who placed the order. Lift the box to the underground training room. Unlocking the seal according to the method mentioned in the mall news, Tang Jing took out the spiritual objects one by one. There are 6 pieces in total, costing him 5,000 credits. That's 50 million. This is just an auxiliary material used to match the absorption of divine blood. It can be seen the value of divine blood. Tang Jing took the 6 spirits in order, and then swallowed the blood of the gods in one gulp. Boom! There was a faint roaring sound in the ears. Terrifying energy exploded in Tang Jing's body. An angry roar seemed to be heard somewhere. That is the residual will of the gods in the blood. It can be seen that Tang Jing's whole body seems to be glowing, a red and pale golden halo radiating from his abdomen to his whole body. The Conqueror's Haki was released unconsciously, resisting this will. At the same time, 6 different colors also lit up one after another, assimilating and suppressing the power in the divine blood. These are the 6 spirits that he just took. Silently, Tang Jing's whole body turned into elements, directly turning into a light man. And the power of light element in the divine blood was also quickly plundered and devoured by him. From time to time, it can be seen that there are broken mysterious patterns blending into Tang Jing's body. The power of the light element on Tang Jing's body is also slowly changing. Although there is no direct burst of terrifying power, but it seemed to have settled down, becoming deeper and deeper. Gives a feeling of bottomlessness. And as the power of the light element was absorbed, the remaining fire power in the divine blood began to make trouble. Tang Jing thought that he could completely absorb these 2 forces, and even try to take this opportunity to master the power of the fire element. But he still underestimated the blood of God. In other words, he underestimated the gods of this world. Although it is just a drop of heart, the power contained in it is really too strong. Especially law shards. Even though it was broken into pieces, it was still very difficult for Tang Jing to absorb. So much so that he has no spare energy to absorb the power of the flame. After all, there is no flame power in his body. This also greatly increased the difficulty for him to absorb this power. Just when Tang Jing was about to dissipate this force, a simple figure came to him. Here it is, Charmander. Feel the strong flame power on Tang Jing's body. And Tang Jing also seems to be tortured by this force. Little Charmander didn't think much, opened its mouth wide at Tang Jing, and sucked in violently. The powerful flame power was directly sucked away by it. The flame on Charmander's tail became brighter, and it took another breath without pausing. Because of Tang Jing's active cooperation, more flame power was sucked into the belly of Charmander. Little Charmander, do you feel unwell? Seeing that Charmander wanted to continue, Tang Jing hurriedly asked. Charmander shook his head, and at the same time patted his chest with his small paws, indicating that he was fine. In this case, in line with the idea of not wasting, Tang Jing exhausted all the flame power, as well as some of the broken flame laws. Charmander opened his mouth wide and swallowed it in one gulp. Hi! Charmander burped directly. Then it yawned and fell to the ground. Tang Jing was taken aback, thinking that something happened to the little guy. But soon, a little flame power overflowed from the little Charmander's body. Seeing Charmander's comfortable expression, Tang Jing finally understood. The little guy may have just absorbed too much flame power, so he has undergone some metamorphosis and is digesting. Shouldn't it evolve directly? Tang Jing scratched his head. Charmander's transformation did not last long. After about half an hour, it slowly opened its eyes. It was Tang Jing who was full of worry. Although knowing that Charmander should be transforming and there is no danger, Tang Jing couldn't help but stay by the side. Seeing Tang Jing like this, Charmander was also very moved. Oh! With a soft cry, Charmander stood up again and threw himself into Tang Jing's arms. Tang Jing can clearly feel that Charmander's strength has been greatly improved compared to just now. The flame on its tail was obviously hotter. Its body is also stronger. Stronger power and higher defense. At the same time, a small flame pattern appeared in the center of Charmander's forehead. That seems to be left by the power of the law of fire. Although it didn't evolve, Charmander's strength has improved by leaps and bounds. And most importantly, this situation has not yet evolved. In other words, Charmander still has a chance to evolve and transform. Tang Jing feels that the current Charmander is not weaker than those freshmen of the same class as him. If you evolve again, geez, the picture is so beautiful. After frolicking with Charmander for a while, after making sure that there was nothing wrong with it, Tang Jing also began to check himself. Just now because of little Charmander, he didn't bother to see if he had improved. It doesn't matter if you don't look at it, Tang Jing was also taken aback when he saw it. Originally, after absorbing the energy of the Heart of Light, the sparkling fruit's ability has already been improved. But now, it has transformed again. If the peak ability of sparkling fruit was 100 before, after absorbing the Heart of Light, it increased to 200. So now, it's 400. Doubled again. This is a drop of blood from the gods, which brought Tang Jing a boost. Of course, there are also the effects of the 6 spiritual objects worth 50 million, otherwise even if there is an improvement, it will not be that much improved. Most importantly, there are rules. Even if it is only broken, it also has extremely strong power. The improvement it brings to the sparkling fruit's ability is far greater than it appears on the surface. Tang Jing's development of the fruit ability even declined because the fruit ability was enhanced too much. But this problem is not big. As long as he digests the benefits brought by this wave in the past few days, his strength will once again show a leap forward improvement. In addition to the sparkling fruit ability, Tang Jing's physical strength and physical fitness have also increased again. After all, the existence that can be called a god, how can the physical strength be poor? And this drop of divine blood, after removing the power of light and flames, what is left is the power of pure blood. It is an absolute tonic for the flesh. Not only that, Tang Jing's Conqueror's Haki also received a boost. This is the improvement obtained in the confrontation with the weak will of the gods. This drop of God's blood can be said to have given Tang Jing a huge harvest. So much so that in the next few days, he didn't exchange for other resources, but digested the improvement these treasures brought him. Especially the ability of sparkling fruit was deeply excavated by Tang Jing. According to Zhao Heng's previous strength classification, Tang Jing's strength should be between B level and A level during the entrance examination. After the assessment, he summed up and digested the combat experience, and basically stabilized the A level. Now, after absorbing the power of several treasures, Tang Jing has already set foot on the S level. This is not the degree of awakening that represents potential, but the real hard power. According to Tang Jing's knowledge, even in Function Academy, there are not many students who can enter the S level in the first year. And he has only been enrolled for less than 10 days now. Some people may think that Tang Jing can improve so quickly because of good treasures. But the fact is that even if ordinary people have these treasures, they cannot absorb them in such a short period of time and transform them into their own strength. If it weren't for the multiple powers in his body, Tang Jing wouldn't be able to absorb these treasures so easily. Even when Shen Tianlin handed over the treasure to Tang Jing, he reminded him to take his time. Especially divine blood. What Shen Tianlin said at the time was to let Tang Jing absorb it after half a year. But Tang Jing has already absorbed these treasures and transformed them into his own strength and heritage. However, Tang Jing's fruit ability is still not awakened. Perhaps the fruit ability has been improved too much, which makes the awakening more difficult. Otherwise, he might even break through the SSS rank in one fell swoop. Because the realm above the SSS level is to awaken the natural ability for the second time on the basis of one's own natural ability. AKA, take control. Control ability, control yourself, control everything. Tisk, true secondary. Tang Jing complained silently. Ding, Frog Cub sent back travel photos, please pay attention to check. Tang Jing was looking at the information when a notification sounded in his ear. Ding, Frog Cub sent back travel photos, please pay attention to check. Hearing the notification sound in his ears, Tang Jing's face showed a bit of helplessness. I don't know which world this guy went to. Perhaps because of the stronger strength, the Frog Cub now travels much longer than before. In the past few days, the Frog Cub came back only once. And that time, because I went to the world where a certain Shinigami elementary school student lived, I didn't bring back anything useful. After Tang Jing glanced at it, he left it in the warehouse and ignored it. When it comes back this time, maybe we can strengthen it again and let it go to a stronger world. Tang Jing opened the game while thinking. Click the prompt box and a photo will pop up. In the photo, frog cubs are competing with a little girl. What Tang Jing noticed was that the pupils of this little girl's eyes were white. Coupled with the ninja suit, Tang Jing immediately understood that this should be in the Hokage world. Just don't know who this little girl is. Hyuga Hinata, Hyuga Hanabi, or someone else from Hyuga's family. Because the girl was too young, Tang Jing couldn't be sure for a while. However, in the world of Hokage, you can look forward to it. After all, there are many things. At least it's better than the world where Shinigami elementary school students live. After closing the game, Tang Jing continued to read the information. This was sent to him by Shen Tianlin. As Tang Jing's real teacher in name, Shen Tianlin came here a few times these days even though he was busy. The main purpose is to popularize some basic knowledge of awakened people's practice for Tang Jing. and teach him some methods of exercising and developing his natural abilities. Shen Tianlin reprimanded Tang Jing severely for absorbing divine blood rashly. Because the danger here is too great. Fortunately, nothing bad happened. Apart from Shen Tianlin, Huang Tianren and the others also brought over the promised gifts. Except for Zhao Heng, who said he would give it after the exchange battle, the rest of them basically had people send things. There are pills and spirits. Someone who shouted to teach Tang Jing the forging method even gave away a pair of shoes. To be precise, this is a pair of combat boots. A pair of combat boots made of rift materials. It can make Tang Jing's light speed kick more powerful. Tang Jing tried it, and its amplification effect can reach more than 30%. It can be said to be amazing. And it's also very comfortable to wear. The information in hand was quickly read. Tang Jing took out his mobile phone and found Shen Tianlin's number, with a look of hesitation on his face. In the past few days, Tang Jing did not exchange resources for cultivation, but digested the improvement brought about by the few treasures absorbed a few days ago. Including the things that Huang Tianren and the others sent, Tang Jing just put them in the storage ring and did not move them. However, he clearly felt that the effect of recent cultivation was declining. Especially when groping for the awakening of the sparkling fruit ability, this feeling is even stronger. Although his strength has improved, but because the improvement is too fast, it leads to a little vain. This reminded him of the previous entrance examination. He needed a fight like that to help him better grasp his newfound power. But in the academy, there is no reason to fight. Even if it is an exchange battle, there is still more than half a month left. So Tang Jing could only ask Shen Tianlin. After hesitating for a moment, he finally dialed the number. The call was picked up not long after the call was made. "Hey, Tang Jing, what's the matter?" Shen Tianlin's voice came from the microphone. Tang Jing quickly organized his language and explained his situation and thoughts. "Your promotion is indeed a little too fast." Shen Tianlin came here a few times, so he naturally knew Tang Jing's strength. After pausing for a while, he continued, "Fighting is indeed the most effective way to control one's own strength, and your thinking is correct. But among the current freshmen, obviously no one is your opponent. It doesn't make much sense to fight an old student." Well, a small secret realm appeared in the surrounding area of Ningjing City 2 days ago. At present, the powerful creatures in the secret territory have been cleaned up, and only the last finishing touches are left. Because it's relatively close to us, the finishing work is in charge of the college. If you go along with us, you'll gain a lot of experience. Tang Jing's expression changed. Okay. It is different from the man-made secret place where Function Academy is located. The wild secret realm that just arrived is actually very dangerous. Especially when the secret realm was first opened, because of the fusion of the two worlds and the conflict of world laws, the creatures in the secret realm would be particularly violent. In this case, either it can be appeased successfully, or it can only be killed. Otherwise, when the secret realm truly merges with the world, those violent creatures will bring unimaginable disasters to ordinary people. And the sweeping team is actually responsible for entering the secret realm and doing the final cleanup. The strong ones who entered in front were only responsible for cleaning up the creatures that were too powerful. The rest will be taken care of by the sweeping team. One is to reduce the power loss of the strong and prevent accidents. Second, it is also convenient to train new forces and train younger generations. But even so, not everyone can enter the sweeping team. In Function Academy, freshmen really began to enter the newly opened Wild Secret Realm, usually 3 months after enrolling. So these 3 months are also jokingly called the newborn period. Ordinary schools are half a year, or even a year later. There is no other reason, purely lack of strength. So Shen Tianlin's decision was actually an affirmation of Tang Jing's strength. The mop-up team of the college has set off. After Tang Jing got the specific location information from Shen Tianlin, he immediately started to pack his things. In fact, there are not many things to clean up. Tang Jing is used to putting valuable things in the storage ring now. All that's left is to put the Charmander into the Pokemon ball, and then put on the boots that can boost the speed of light. Then Tang Jing went out quickly to join the large army. North of Ningjing City, in the suburbs, beside a barren hill. A group of young people wearing clothes with the logo of Function Academy are gathering here. Not far from them is the military encirclement. You can even directly see heavy weapons such as tanks and armored vehicles. President, are we still going in? Asked a young man with yellow hair. Wait another 2 minutes. Principal Shen just informed me that there is another freshman joining this operation. The boy called the president said. Newborn. All the young people present were surprised. Principal Shen is talking about the freshman, isn't it Tang Jing who is the first freshman? Someone immediately guessed who was coming. After all, apart from Tang Jing, it is absolutely impossible for the rest of the freshmen to have this qualification. Besides, Tang Jing is still Shen Tianline's student. Even Tang Jing is not strong enough to enter this kind of wild secret realm, even if it's just a mopping up. After all, those violent creatures here are different from the competition in the school ring. Don't tell me that in just a few days, his strength has reached great breakthrough again. Maybe it's just that the principal asked him to come and learn more. I heard that he will elementalize and his speed is very fast, so saving his life should be no problem. Someone guessed. Tisk, I'm so envious, why isn't my teacher the principal? I was allowed to enter this wild secret realm after training hard for 3 months. Huang Mao said sourly with some jealousy. Then he was almost slapped to death by a fierce beast. Someone next to him immediately added a sentence. Huang Mao was immediately annoyed, I was careless. After making a lot of excuses, Huang Mao said again, tell me, how long can this Tang Jing last inside? 1 day, at least there is elementalization. I guess 1 day too. I guess for a long time. Have you forgotten that the danger in the wild secret realm is not just as simple as there are rioting creatures? Just when everyone was discussing, the president suddenly said, shut up. The moment the chairman's voice fell, a stream of light arrived at the encirclement circle of the military. After verifying his identity and receiving the necessary supplies, Tang Jing soon came to these people. Hello seniors, my name is Tang Jing, and I'm here to participate in the finishing task. Tang Jing introduced himself. Shang Rui, the president of the student union of the college, is also the captain of this sweeping mission. Shang Rui glanced at Tang Jing, his eyes stayed on his feet for a moment, and then continued, because time is tight, they won't introduce it. We are advanced to the secret realm. If you need anything, you can come to me directly. Good. Tang Jing nodded. On these people, Tang Jing felt the pressure. Especially Shang Rui gave Tang Jing a very dangerous feeling, even hard to match. However, Tang Jing didn't feel discouraged, but instead became energetic. For him today, all he lacks is pressure. Following behind Shang Rui, Tang Jing and the others entered through the passage linking the secret realm with this world. It was a colorful crack. The moment he entered the passage, Tang Jing felt that the energy in this passage was extremely chaotic. It's completely different from the passage into the academy. Quickly passing through the passage, a gray sky appeared in Tang Jing's line of sight. In addition, there are some strange beasts with strange looks and red eyes. The moment Tang Jing and the others walked out of the passage, these strange beasts attacked them. However, there was only a flash of cold light. All the strange beasts fell to the ground. It was Shang Rui who was at the front who made the shot. From the attack of the alien beasts just now, Tang Jing can probably judge that the strength of these alien beasts should be A-level. But these 20 or 30 beasts with A-level strength were instantly killed by Shang Rui. His strength can be seen from Madara. Tang Jing glanced at the others and found that they didn't show any surprised expressions. As if that was the way it should be. Old rules, one person goes all the way. Carpet cleaning, if there is something that can't be dealt with, send a signal directly. At Shang Rui's order, the other dozen or so people who followed him into the secret realm immediately dispersed, starting from the entrance of the passage and exploring in all directions. In an instant, only Tang Jing and Shang Rui were left at the passageway. Shang Rui looked at Tang Jing, pondered for a while, and said, why don't you just act freely? What the principal said is to let you learn a lot, and avoid it if you are in danger. If you really can't, just send a signal to the sky. After speaking, Shang Rui also left. Tang Jing smiled helplessly. Be underestimated. After Shang Rui left, Tang Jing chose a direction where no one was there, and started his first exploration of the secret realm. In the second big class just 2 days ago, I talked about some things about the secret realm. So Tang Jing is not completely ignorant of secret realms. For example, the small secret realm he entered this time is generally about the size of a county. The finishing time for the small secret realm is 10 days. Within 10 days, kill all aggressive creatures in the secret territory that could pose a life-threatening threat to ordinary people. This is to prevent chaos after the fusion of the secret realm and the world. Although the sweeping task is called sweeping, it is actually quite dangerous. Although the stronger creatures in the secret territory have been killed, the rest are not easy to deal with. Moreover, no one can be sure whether those overly strong creatures have slipped through the net secretly. After all, secret creatures are not as simple as ordinary animals, and many have special abilities. In addition, the conflict of laws brought about by the fusion of the two worlds actually has an impact on those who enter the secret realm. Invisible fluctuations will constantly impact and erode the brain. People who are not strong enough can't stay in this kind of place. It's easy to have a mental breakdown if you stay too long. This is also the reason why one cannot enter such a secret realm if one's strength is below a certain level. But Tang Jing was fine and didn't feel any discomfort. With Conqueror's Haki, he has a certain resistance to this kind of erosion. Not to mention that he took a moonflower not long ago, which enhanced his spiritual power. If it wasn't for his lack of strength, causing most of the effects of Yumingwa to settle in the body, his mental power would be even more terrifying. But even so, it was enough to cope here. Observation Haki unfolded, and Tang Jing began to search for the target. Soon, a strange beast with a somewhat chaotic and violent aura appeared in his induction. Tang Jing turned into a pale golden light and came to the strange beast in an instant. This is a strange beast somewhat similar to a tiger. However, compared with the tiger, it is larger and more ferocious. The thick scales on its body allow it to ignore most attacks. And the information about this strange beast also came to Tang Jing's mind. Heavy armored tiger, S rank, talent heavy armor, immune to most attacks. For so many years since the secret land came, many secret land creatures have been recorded, and the one in front of Tang Jing is one of them. Is this the wild secret realm? You can meet an S-level beast casually, and there are a large number of A-level beasts gathered at the entrance. Tisk, it's really scary. Tang Jing sighed. At this time, the heavily armored tiger had also noticed him. The red eyes were a little irritable and crazy, and after a roar, it rushed directly to Tang Jing. A bright brilliance lit up on his right foot. Tang Jing did not dodge, and kicked the heavily armored tiger's forehead with a frontal kick. Ah! The heavily armored tiger let out a scream, and its huge body flew back upside down, hitting the ground heavily. Tang Jing flexed his ankle, ready to kick again. It turned out that the heavily armored tiger showed no signs of getting up at all. At the same time, in the induction of observation Haki, its aura also weakened rapidly. Soon there was no sound. Quote question mark question mark question mark quote. Tang Jing looked bewildered. The promised heavy armor talent is immune to most attacks. You are a fake S rank. When he came in front of the heavily armored tiger, Tang Jing secretly took precautions to prevent this guy from pretending to be dead. After all, this kind of situation has not happened in the previous secret realm. But the fact is that the heavily armored tiger is dead to the core. Tang Jing's kick just now not only smashed the heavy armored tiger's head, but also light particles penetrated into its body along with the force of that kick, destroying all its internal organs. This is the ability of sparkling fruit after absorbing the power of the law of broken light and undergoing transformation. More aggressive, more destructive, and pervasive. Tang Jing scratched his head. He still felt something was wrong. Forget it, let's try to find another beast. 3 minutes later, the S-level beast Frost Barbarian was kicked through the chest. 7 minutes later, the S-level beast Shadow Leopard was kicked to death while sneaking. 10 minutes later, the S-class alien beast King Scorpion was kicked into pieces and died on the spot. Tang Jing sat on the hard shell of the tyrant scorpion, looked up at the sky, very puzzled. What's the problem? I'm also an S rank. What's the problem? Tang Jing was very puzzled. But he forgot one thing. S-class and S-class are also different. Today's Tang Jing doesn't talk about the blessing brought by the talent of the power department, nor does he talk about Haki and Kido. Simply speaking, his sparkling fruit ability has already surpassed ordinary natural abilities in essence. After all, As one of the top Logia devil fruits, the sparkling fruit is not weak, and now it also incorporates the power of the gods. Therefore, at the same level, his combat power is far more than that simple on the surface. But Tang Jing soon stopped worrying about it. After all, he came here more to hone himself. Release Charmander from Pokemon Ball, Tang Jing started to move on. Because Shen Tianlin has already seen the little fire dragon, this world does not lack awakeners who raise exotic and fierce beasts. So after Tang Jing registered Charmander, there was basically no problem. As for the origin of Charmander, Tang Jing said that it was obtained together with inheritance. Tang Jing also heard about what the freshman passed on, so he simply used this as an excuse to solve the problem of little Charmander's black household. Oh, the Charmander released from the Pokemon Ball was also very happy, let out a cute roar, and then ran around happily. The current little Charmander has changed a lot compared to before. He grew a little taller and his body got stronger. Because it absorbed the fragments of the Law of Fire, Tang Jing also deliberately trained its fighting ability and did a lot of sparring. In this case, Charmander is also making rapid progress. Whether it is fighting ability or its own flame attack, it has all improved. If you feel uncomfortable, tell me, and I will take you back. Tang Jing yelled at Charmander. Oh, little Charmander nodded, and responded in a childish voice. Then, it took short legs and ran to the front right. Tang Jing laughed, the little guy's sensory ability is quite good. Not far in that direction, there are several strange beasts. Judging by the strength of the breath, it was almost worse than the ones he killed just now, so it should be A level. But they live in groups, and there are several of them. Tang Jing followed, but did not make a move. Because he believed that Charmander could handle it. The battle just now gave Tang Jing a general understanding of the strength of these strange beasts. According to this, the A level, Charmander is completely able to handle it. And it is true. The little Charmander rushed over, opening its mouth with a ball of flames, killing one of them. Then close combat. Because of his experience in sparring with Tang Jing, Charmander is not reckless, he dodges attacks flexibly, and at the same time seizes every opportunity to inflict heavy damage on his opponent. Within a few minutes, those A-level beasts were all eliminated by it. Tang Jing obviously felt that Charmander was a lot excited. If it is placed in the game, it is estimated that a series of experience points will be added. It's a pity that you can't play in the exchange battle, otherwise it will be absolutely no problem to replace a quota for the battle. Tang Jing let out an inappropriate sigh. Next, Tang Jing took Charmander together to search for the remaining alien beasts and continued to fight. With observation hockey, Tang Jing didn't need to search as hard as others, and could easily find those living beasts. He didn't kick with the speed of light anymore, but tried various abilities such as the power system, Keto, and hockey. It has to be said that compared to pure cultivation, fighting is indeed the best way to test one's strength. Especially this kind of fighting that can let go of hands and feet is completely different from the usual sparring. Tang Jing can better feel some subtle deficiencies in his daily practice, and make more attempts and adjustments. The same is true for the Charmander. The constant fighting has made it enthusiastic, especially the ability to control the flames has been greatly improved. Because when he was practicing in the academy, Tang Jing seldom let him practice fire-related skills. Nothing else, it's all because of fear of burning down the villa. In addition to the strange beasts, Tang Jing saw some plants with special energy along the way, and Tang Jing didn't let them go. They picked them all and put them in the storage ring. These are all personal gains. Including the strange beasts he killed, they are also his trophies. After the finishing task is completed, they can be taken out to exchange for money or other resources. This is also the reason why some people still flock to it even though they know the mopping up mission is dangerous. After all, not everyone is like Tang Jing, who will receive a large reward upon admission, and there is no shortage of resources. Most of the awakened people are very short of cultivation resources. Profound. Just as Tang Jing picked off an ice blue flower with a little power of ice element and put it into the storage ring, Charmander's anxious voice suddenly came. At the same time, an aura stronger than all the strange beasts encountered before appeared in observation hockey's induction. Tang Jing's complexion changed, and his body turned into light particles, disappearing in place. In the woods 1 kilometer away, The little Charmander ran quickly with its short legs. Behind it, a 3-meter-tall giant ape was striding after it. The giant ape threw out energy bombs from time to time, but was dodged by Charmander every time. After practicing against Tang Jing for so long, Charmander has improved the most. One is defense, and the other is dodge ability. No way, Tang Jing is too fast. This is all practiced. A pale golden light flashed, and Tang Jing's figure emerged. The little Charmander quickly hid behind him. And the giant ape was also stunned for a moment, and turned his attention to Tang Jing. Looking at the giant ape in front of him, Tang Jing frowned slightly. SSS level beast, the red-faced demon ape. Even he felt some pressure from the red-faced demon ape. How did you get into it? Tang Jing glanced at Charmander in surprise. Charmander waved its paw cautiously and gestured. The meaning seems to be that there are good things in the depths of the forest. Tang Jing immediately understood. This red-faced demon ape is probably the guardian or owner of that good thing. If you want something, you don't want to die. Tang Jing flicked Charmander's head and couldn't help cursing with a smile. Although Charmander is not weak, S-level beasts can also fight. But SSS rated, apparently it's not enough to watch. It just so happened that I didn't enjoy playing just now, so let me try it. Tang Jing flexed his wrist. Looking at Tang Jing, the red-faced demon ape showed a hint of hesitation on his face. This made Tang Jing more certain that the good things that Charmander said were not simple. Otherwise, the red-faced demon ape alone would definitely not be able to maintain its sanity. Even a trace. However, the hesitation only lasted for a moment, and soon, the red-faced demon ape let out a deafening roar and attacked Tang Jing. With a powerful impact, the huge fist hit Tang Jing like a cannonball. Kicking Charmander away with one kick, Tang Jing shook his hand, and also punched him back. Dark Armament Hockey, wrapping Tang Jing's fist. The talent of the Strength Department, which has been baptized by the Candle Dragon Grass and the Divine Blood, even if it is only initially developed, has given him a strength that is not weaker than the red-faced demon ape at all. Boom! Two fists, one big and one small, collided together. The overflowing energy swept all around, directly breaking the surrounding trees. In this wave of confrontation, the two sides are tied. The red-faced demon ape looked at Tang Jing in disbelief. But Tang Jing was full of fighting spirit. Cool. Come again. Tang Jing took the initiative to punch and attack. The red-faced demon ape was furious, and the black flames rose from its body, roaring and attacking Tang Jing again. However, the magic flame it was proud of had no effect on Tang Jing. The characteristics of armament hockey completely isolate the erosion of the magic flame. On the contrary, it was Tang Jing's heavier fists each time, which made the red-faced demon ape a little overwhelmed. It couldn't figure out why the little man in front of him had such great strength. And as if there is no limit, it has been improving. Finally, after dozens of punches, the red-faced demon ape fell into a pool of blood. Its arms have been broken, and even white bones can be seen on its fists. Including its internal organs, it has also been completely broken. Looking at the red-faced demon ape who still wanted to fight with him, a faint light lit up on Tang Jing's arm. The last punch. Light movement plus strength plus armament hockey. This is Tang Jing's current pinnacle punch. The red-faced demon ape was directly blown away. After the battle was over, Tang Jing let out a long breath. This fist-to-body battle allowed him to finally completely digest the recent achievements of cultivation. It also gave him a clearer definition of his true strength. Calling on the little fire dragon, Tang Jing, led by the little guy, went deep into the forest and found the thing guarded by the red-faced demon ape. It was an ice blue flower. The flowers are about a foot high, surrounded by patches of white bones. This is a flower watered by flesh and blood. It is definitely not easy for this flower to be treated like this by the red-faced demon ape who is an SSS level beast. Tang Jing directly dug up the flowers in a ring of soil where they took root, and put them into the storage ring. Patting Charmander on the head, Tang Jing praised, "I'll look for it later and see if there are any good things." To be honest, Tang Jing was very satisfied with this trip to the secret place. I have trained myself again, gained combat experience, and obtained a lot of resources that are helpful for cultivation. Although I don't lack it, but if there are more of these things, who would care? Just when Tang Jing was about to move on, an energy wave lit up in the sky on the left front. Watching the energy wave explode, Tang Jing's expression changed immediately. That's a distress signal. Put Charmander back with the Pokemon ball. Tang Jing rushed towards the place where the distress signal was sent as fast as possible. In the secret realm, watch and help each other. This is the first basic law of human beings. Except for Tang Jing, people in other places in the secret realm rushed to the place where the distress signal was sent after seeing the signal. However, although this is a small secret realm, its area is more than 1,000 square kilometers. In addition, it has been explored for most of the day, and most of the personnel have been dispersed, so even if they want to support, it is not so fast. However, this does not include Tang Jing. In just 3 minutes, Tang Jing arrived at the location where the distress signal was sent. I saw a boy with yellow hair being chased by a beast with a human face and a cat body. It is worth noting that everything is distorted where the cat with a human face passes. Trees, flowers, stones, even the ground. This ability to wantonly affect the surroundings, coupled with that aura that is even more ferocious than the red-faced demon ape. There is no doubt that this is a control-level beast. Sensing that someone was coming to help, Huang Mao was relieved, but seeing that it was Tang Jing, his expression changed again. "Why are you here? Run away." With that said, Huang Mao avoided where Tang Jing was, turned around and ran in another direction. Although he has a lot of opinions on the fact that Tang Jing, a freshman who has just entered the school, entered the secret realm, but at this time, Huang Mao can still distinguish the seriousness from the seriousness. Clean up the troubles I caused, not to mention that Tang Jing is the #1 freshman this year. That is the future of the academy, it cannot be folded here. Thinking in his heart, Huang Mao turned around and launched an attack on the human-faced cat. The purpose is to completely hold back the hatred and prevent the face cat from shifting its target to Tang Jing. Seeing Huang Mao's behavior, Tang Jing also laughed. I didn't expect this guy to be quite conscientious. In this case, senior, wrap it around for a few minutes, can you do it? Tang Jing shouted at Huang Mao. Huang Mao froze for a moment. Get his attention, hold him for a few minutes, buy me some time. After Tang Jing finished speaking, he began to mobilize the strength in his body. Because Huang Mao was dazed, he was almost hit by the human masked cat. After quickly dodging the attack, he saw Tang Jing chanting a mantra. This made Huang Mao couldn't help but want to curse. He knew that Tang Jing had the ability to unleash powerful magic attacks by chanting mantras. But that also depends on the opponent. This is a control-level beast, can it be compared with those who are in the freshman assessment? However, the human masked cat was completely entangled at this time, leaving Huang Mao no room to escape. Helpless, Huang Mao could only grit his teeth and push forward, and prayed for the support of others to come soon. The turbid coat of arms reveals faintly, the unruly and arrogant talent, tied negation paralysis moment, hinders long sleep. The crawling iron princess, the clay doll that keeps mutilating itself, combine, rebound, and extend to the ground, know your own powerlessness. Hado no 90 Black Coffin. It took several minutes for Tang Jing to finally finish reciting the mantra. This is not because the mantra is too long, but because it requires too much power to read the mantra. Because this is a premium keto. As Tang Jing finished singing, countless black lights emerged from the void, bound towards the human-faced cat. Huang Mao took the opportunity to escape from the distorted field of the cat with a human face. In just a few minutes, scars appeared on his body. Seeing more and more black lights, gradually blocking the human masked cat, Huang Mao's face showed a bit of surprise. This freshman is the first, it seems that there is really something. Quickly coming to Tang Jing's side, Huang Mao said, "Student, take this opportunity, let's run quickly." "Run? Why are you running? The fun has just begun." Tang Jing laughed. This is Keto who has gathered more than 80% of the power in his body. Even if it is a control-level beast, he is sure that the opponent can't eat it. Huang Mao looked confused, as if he was looking at a lunatic. But after hesitating for a while, he finally didn't leave. After all, Tang Jing came to support him, and he even saved his life just now. So Huang Mao felt that he couldn't leave Tang Jing behind, and if things went wrong later, he had to run with Tang Jing. Just as Huang Mao was thinking wildly, the black light in the sky had condensed into a huge black coffin, sealing the human-faced cat in the coffin. Afterwards, thousands of sword blades emerged, piercing into the coffin from around the black coffin. Mum! The human-masked cat screamed horribly from inside the coffin. As more and more blades were inserted into the black coffin, the cat's voice became smaller and smaller. In the end, there was not even a sound at all. Huang Mao turned his head to look at Tang Jing, his eyes were like watching a ghost. Senior, it's done. Sensing the voice of the human-faced cat disappearing from the observation hockey, a smile appeared on Tang Jing's face. Cough, call me Huang Hao, or a mouse. Senior, I can't bear the word. Black coffin slowly dissipated into the air. The body of the human-masked cat also fell to the ground. The black-red blood soon stained the earth red. Looking at the tattered corpse of the human-masked cat, Huang Mao remembered how he was when he first entered the secret realm. Sure enough, people cannot be compared with each other. The human-masked cat was dead, the crisis was resolved, and the yellow hair slumped on the ground. Taking out a signal flare representing the end of the crisis, he began to apply medicine to the wound, and took the time to rest and recover his strength. Tang Jing originally wanted to take a break here, but the reminder sounded in his mind made him choose to leave first. Ding! The frog cub is back. Frog cub brought back special travel products, please pay attention to check. Although checking here won't affect anything, Tang Jing always finds it weird. Senior, then I'll go first, I still have a beast over there that I haven't dealt with just now. After talking to Huang Hao, Tang Jing found an excuse to leave. Not long after Tang Jing left, Shang Rui appeared with a bloody smell. President, why are you here? Huang Hao got up quickly. Shang Rui held him down. Take a rest when you are injured, so what are you doing politely? I just happened to be nearby, so I simply came over to have a look. Glancing at the human-faced cat corpse next to him, Shang Rui frowned. Control level beast, no wonder you ask for help, so that you don't work hard in your usual practice, otherwise you would have broken through long ago. How could this be the case? However, who killed this cat with a human face? I feel that the residual energy is a little strange. Someone practiced new combat skills. Facing Shang Rui's question, Huang Hao smiled bitterly and said, it's Tang Jing. Under Shang Rui's surprised eyes, Huang Hao told what happened. Shang Rui smiled when he heard Tang Jing kill the cat with a single move. Are you sure he didn't enter the control level? I am very sure, Huang Hao said seriously. It is worthy of being called the #1 freshman with the highest gold content. It seems that we have no chance of winning this exchange battle. Then your plan, is it still going on? Huang Hao asked cautiously. Why not? Shang Rui glanced at Huang Hao. Why, are you afraid that I will be beaten to death? Somewhat. Huang Hao shrank his neck. But Shang Rui didn't care. Don't worry, there are many people who can kill me, but they are definitely not in those schools. Besides, if you don't give them some flair, you really think our Function Academy is easy to bully. The other side. Tang Jing quickly left where Huang Hao was, then found a place where there was no one, and released the little Charmander. I'll rest here for a while, you help me guard, and call me when someone comes. Tang Jing said to Charmander. Charmander patted his chest, indicating that there was no problem. Tang Jing sat on the ground and closed his eyes directly. After opening the game, several prompts popped up one after another. Tang Jing dropped one by one, didn't even look at a few photos, but turned his attention directly to the travel specialties. In the prompt box, a small tree appeared in the icon of travel specialties. What's this? Tang Jing was a little puzzled. Click on the icon, and a message bar will appear. God Tree Sapling 1-off, a special product from the world of Hokage, which has the ability to suck up all life on a planet and gestate the chakra fruit. Looking at the introduction on the information column, Tang Jing was completely confused. Are frog cubs so fierce? Can this thing be brought back? As the sacred tree that is the source of everything in the world of Hokage, Tang Jing still knows about it, 10 tails. However, what the frog cub brought back was not the sacred tree transformed into 10 tails form, but the real tree form. This form of divine tree, as long as it takes root, can devour the life of an entire planet. Of course, the chakra fruit it bears, if eaten, can also bring great power. However, in the world where Tang Jing lives, even the sacred tree may not be able to grow. Tang Jing never forgot that there is still a corpse of a god in the treasure building of his college. If he dared to plant the sacred tree, he might not wait until the next day to collect the corpse for the sacred tree. However, Tang Jing thought of another way. What if the sacred tree is planted in a secret realm? The fruit of plundering the power of an entire secret realm may be slightly weaker. However, the strength increase brought about should also be considerable, right? Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.